It is Monday morning. Oh, it is Monday. It is morning.
It is macabre.
It is Monday morning macabre with Scones and Darcy. I am Darcy. That is Scones.
Me.
And we're bringing you another, as DJ Khaled so famously said, and so eloquently said.
Other American famous philosopher, DJ Khaled. Another one.
So today is a special day on Monday Morning Macabre. Because...
Why is it
Scones,
special?
tell them why it's a special day.
Why is it so special? Tell me.
No,
I don't know,
gotta,
actually.
No, you gotta cut. Dude, this is
okay, like when I forgot the anniversary. Is it bad?
No, Sling and Dinger said we had to make something exciting that would get the fans into it.
Okay.
So,
is this a sidebar right now? Us talking right now?
yeah, this is a sidebar. They can't hear us, obviously. It's a sidebar as we're getting lowered into the lava, but I need you to come up with something quick and snappy that the fans are going to love because the Sling and Dingers executives, they already sent us that note the other week, and now they're breathing down our necks. So Scones, why don't you tell them about our new exciting news?
Oh, I'll tell them about new exciting news. Today is National... Wow, it's National All or Nothing Day. That's not a lie. It's National All or Nothing Day.
Exactly.
And so we're going to give it our all today.
We're going to give it our all today, and we're going to leave nothing on the table.
Or we're going to give you absolutely nothing.
Yeah, the first one, I think, was better. It's All or Nothing Day, guys. And as all of you know...
Sling and Dingers, that's a big day.
That's a big day because we're known for giving our all. And... we're also we're known for nothing also. So I want you all out there to really just sit in your car, take that right you're about to take. That light's going to turn soon. Get ready. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. There you go. Take that right and just think about giving your all today. You know, start the week off right. Anyway, we're going to talk about the Jonestown Massacre. Okay. I guess we're talking about the Jonestown Massacre today. Real quick, if you haven't listened to the podcast before, one of us brings we talk about the Jonestown Massacre every week. Scones
we hash
will
it
not
out.
lay
Really
off.
get in depth.
It's like that treasure chest at the bottom of that the what is it, like Oak Hill or Oak Island?
Ooh,
you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't. Lay it on me, sucker.
It's like that History Channel show where every episode they like keep trying to find the same treasure chest and they keep digging this hole. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Oh wait, yes, I do know what you're talking about. And it's really funny because they don't find it. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a TV show. It'd be a movie.
Exactly. It's just like anything where they try and find Bigfoot, or it's the same deal, but this time it's just a hole.
I don't know, dude. Next season.
That's true. I think they're gonna find it. Anyway, Scones is bringing us the Jonestown Massacre. So
buckle up.
So buckle up and get ready to give it your all. And band, do your thing.
So Jonestown, as it's abbreviated. Have you heard of this? It's pretty...
I think it's a very I think it's a thing everyone knows the name, the Jonestown Massacre, but I feel like everybody's fronting out there and nobody really knows the details.
Wow, calling out all of the people.
Calling out all you whack ass rappers though. And by that I mean I don't really know the details.
So, I didn't either. I didn't really know about it at all. But Jonestown happened on November 18th, 1978. It was the location of a mass murder-suicide of the members of a originally California-based, People's Temple cult.
Yeah, okay. Let me rewind time a little bit. I have listened to the audio thing.
The audio thing?
I think that's Jonestown. I might be
Is
thinking
there
of
like a
everything.
creepy, spooky audio thing?
Is this the one where they all suck down the death juice?
Oh, they
together?
Suck it down.
All right, yeah,
they're
out there. You can find the actual like a recording of it happening, and I can't get it out of my head. So if you want to not sleep again, it's out there.
Probably not going to do that. It's very Heaven's Gate. I knew about Heaven's Gate. I didn't know about this.
Maybe I'm thinking of Heaven's Gate though. Wait, hold on.
It's
Jim Jones, right? Yeah.
basically leader Jim Jones led in Jonestown agricultural commune in Guyana, where he convinced 900 people to drink Kool-Aid, essentially laced with cyanide pills, and all 900 people would die. Yeah. Or like 908 people.
Yeah. Okay, this is what I'm thinking of.
And 300 of which were under the age of 17.
That is sad as hell.
It makes it the largest one of the largest mass deaths in American history.
Yeah, until the first Monday Morning Macabre live show, am I right?
Get your tickets now.
What an announcement that would be.
Or an ad. What's that name of that rock star who always threatens to kill him? Or he used to say he was going to kill himself on stage.
Eddie Money?
No,
not Eddie Money.
Little River Band.
Not Eddie Money. Little River Band. You got kids? You want some?
Can I borrow them? Woke up in the checkout aisle.
Not Eddie Money.
I don't know. G.G. Allen. He'd like mutilate himself, and he said he was going to kill himself on stage in Halloween. But I think he started.
Yes, I do remember that.
I think he killed himself before then. He was in the Scumfucks.
Okay.
And the Cedar Street Sluts.
Oh, well, they were a great gospel choir.
We're talking the classics, people.
Yeah.
This is basically the lineup of Woodstock.
Yep. This is the new Rat Pack, so keep an eye out. Anyway.
The Toilet Rockers was another one.
I don't think you guys should look this man up. I think
this has nothing to do with Jonestown.
Yeah, we have not started Jonestown yet.
Alrighty. So Jones would open his first church in the mid-1950s in Indianapolis, Indiana. At the time, he was not affiliated with any particular denomination and had no theological training at all. His congregation was known for being racially integrated, which was particularly progressive at the time. Jones himself, Jones was a white guy for, I guess, anyone, if that matters.
Yeah.
In 1960, Jones's congregation by then was called the People's Temple, which already is a creepy-ass name.
People's Temple.
It was affiliated with the Disciples of Christ, and 4 years later, Jones was ordained in that church. So this is when he's like, hey, I'm a priest. But, like, if you see a picture of this guy, he looks like a fucking snake oil salesman. Like, he's got, like, the big aviators and the slicked, like, clearly dyed black hair.
It's nice to know that, like, he's a real go-getter, you know? He's like, hey, I'm just going to start a church. If you're out there and you're spinning your wheels in life, just start your own church.
He actually had a pretty wild life. So let's talk about the man, Jim Jones himself. So he was born in rural Indiana. His parents were a World War I veteran, his father, and I don't know, doesn't say what his wife was. I mean,
wait, what year was he born?
He was born in 1931, May 13th.
Okay, cool.
He was born into a very poor family. He grew up in a shack without any plumbing.
Okay. Rad.
Apparently here it says Jones was a voracious reader who studied Stalin, Marx, Mao, Gandhi, and Hitler.
Okay, so he's like 1 for 6. On that list, he is missing the mark.
But that's what's crazy. So also it's pretty well documented by Jones himself and some friends of Jones that his father was associated with the Ku Klux Klan. KKK had a lot of power in Indiana in the Depression.
You said Ku Klux Klan like you've never heard it before?
Well, we have a lot of international listeners, so I don't know if the KKK is like... That's a pretty American thing. I feel like the KKK
is Mr. Worldwide of racist cults.
Maybe.
Anyway.
If you heard about the KKK, they're a bunch of assholes who like white people and wear like stupid-looking hoods.
Yeah.
Anyway, they had a lot of influence in Depression-era Indiana. A lot of people blamed, minorities and all that stuff for the Great Depression. All that good stuff that racists like to do.
Classic. The American way.
Jones was a good student. He would graduate from Richmond High School with honors. He would marry a nurse, Marceline Baldwin, and the two would relocate to Bloomington, Indiana.
Marceline Baldwin, the forgotten Baldwin child.
He attended Indiana University, Bloomington, where he was impressed with a speech by Eleanor Roosevelt about the plight of African Americans. In 1951, he would relocate to Indianapolis and Jones would attend Indiana University for 2 years and take night classes, earning a degree in secondary education 10 years after enrolling.
I feel bad because it seems like he's got his head in the right place. I mean, like, he seems very open to people of all backgrounds, and I appreciate that. He seems very open-minded and progressive for his time.
He was. This wasn't a dude who just came out the womb crazy, like...
Right. Yeah. If I met him right now, I'd be like, this dude seems pretty chill, you know? So
funny you say that. In 1960, he would actually, the mayor of Indianapolis, Charles Boswell, would appoint him a director of the Human Rights Commission, and he'd become very outspoken for civil rights. And he even won the Martin Luther King Jr. Humanitarian Award.
Wow. If we ended the podcast right now, people would be like, what the hell? This is very confusing.
He helped to racially integrate churches, restaurants, and the telephone company, and the Indianapolis Police Department.
Okay, good, cool. Still liking the guy.
He was also known as a member of the Communist Party in the United States, which I think is pretty impressive that a mayor would elect him to do anything as a
true
open member of the Communist Party.
Yeah, so he was open, like, he was just like, yeah, what up?
I think so, but I thought that's like, those are the kind of people that got like picked up and
yeah, I thought they got like mysteriously disappeared.
Maybe he wasn't, or maybe he was too in the spotlight that he couldn't disappear.
True.
Either way, he would move to California. Well, he spent a little bit of time in Brazil. He actually adopted several non-white children, referring to the household as his rainbow family.
I mean, okay, that's kind of, I mean, it's kind of weird, but the rainbow family part, but I like the values there, you know?
Yeah.
Cool.
He'd have one biological child, naming him Stefan Gandhi, which is a sick fucking name.
Hey, welcome to Monday Morning Cobb with Scones and Stefan Gandhi.
Stefan Gandhi Jones, dude. That's a sick name.
Dude, that is actually like an NBA Street V2 name. What the hell?
Stefan Gandhi
Jones.
I almost said Bones. Stefan Gandhi Bones.
Dude, Jones is a solid. If any listeners out there have a last name Jones, it's a solid last name. It really goes with like a lot of first names.
It is. So he'd moved to California, where I think a lot of socialist leaning people would move in the 60s and 70s.
Yep.
And he had this dream of a socialist Eden on Earth, and that's when he started the People's Temple, and basically wanted this to be a kind of a Christian central, like a Christian themed, so like I said, socialist Eden in his
YMCA, you mean?
Yeah, a YMCA.
Just a local Y.
Local kids be able to play some pickup basketball, not get into trouble.
And swim in a pool lane with an elderly woman.
He also was known to have some issues with drugs at the time.
That'll do it. That seems to be the common denominator amongst all of these cult leaders who go crazy.
Yeah, and so this is, I feel like, where some synapses get messed around when you take too many drugs.
Yeah. Especially 70s, dude.
Yeah, you don't even know what's in whatever you're taking.
Everybody was, you don't know, and everyone was high.
What a time to be alive.
Well, I loved it, dude. Remember the 70s?
Dude, it was great. I love...
Back when we were in our early 40s?
Yeah, try and tell us we're not old enough to remember that.
Try and tell us we're not in our mid-90s, bro.
We're very active. It keeps us young.
Yeah. I read a book a day. And that's what keeps me alive. I also drink whiskey with my Cheerios.
So anyway, in these that'd be so gross.
Good aside. No, it's not gross. Try it.
That's true. I haven't tried it.
Scrambled eggs and soy sauce. That's still my go-to.
Scrambled eggs and soy sauce, and then a bowl of whiskey and Cheerios. Or would you like a whiskey glass with Cheerios garnished on top?
No. Yeah, it's a Cheerio garnish. I have a single Cheerio on the rim.
Perfectly broken.
With a nice bottom of the cereal box powdered rim with a single Cheerio on it.
Your cholesterol's never been lower.
Yeah, no big deal. But not Honey Nut. This ain't no B movie.
In the mid-1960s, he and his wife would incorporate the People's Temple in California and settled outside the town of Ukiah? U-K-I-A-H.
UKIAH.
If anyone listening lives near Ukiah or Ukiah, California, let me know.
Living on IKEA. Let us know.
Let us know how you haven't gotten caught yet. He settled there with about 100 followers. A strong start. We did not have 100 followers when we started.
Dude, how many retweets? Holy shit.
Believing that the move would protect them in the event of nuclear holocaust. So they're pretty paranoid as well at this point. Like, I guess a lot of people were at the time like, hey, Russia's getting pretty wild. America's also getting pretty wild.
Yeah, people were going nuts. It was World Star.
A lot of the people kind of had Russian-leaning ideals because, again, Sympathies? It is a socialist era. And at the time, I think a lot of them just kind of knew about Russia through like the teachings of Lenin and Lenin and Marx, and not really through what was actually happening, like the genocide led by Stalin at the time.
Yeah. That was probably not what they were.
It sounded really cool till you got there.
Yeah, till you get to the forced famine of bunch of people, genocide. It's pretty chill.
In 1970, Jones began holding services in San Francisco, and by 1972, he had opened another temple. This dude's franchising.
Bro,
we're franchising.
He's like the Dairy Queen of cults.
He opened that temple in Los Angeles. Dude, so he's like wrestling. He's bumping up with our old pal down there.
At Astra.
I love how we can't remember anything after an episode's been taped.
Well, hey, we're 90 years old, bro. It's not our fault. Whiskey and Cheerios will really make you forget a lot, but it'll keep you alive.
Makes you forget, but makes you cholesterol.
Wait, what is his name?
Jack Parsons, but I don't remember his boy who helped start Scientology.
Aleister Crowley.
Yep, there we are. So he's probably bumping uglies around there with him.
Probably. I don't see why he would. I'm sure we probably mentioned it in the episode.
He began to make friends among politicians and the press in California and became a respected churchman. So he's doing whatever he wants, dude. Californians are like, this guy's sick. He's like a real neat churchman. Him and all his followers.
A real churchman.
Even though if anyone has followers, I'm instantly like, all right. Well,
okay, you've got clout.
All right, King. Go off.
Go off.
Thousands of followers, a large percentage of them African American, flocked to him. Central to Jones's appeal were his displays of mind reading and faith healing. Yes. This is where we get to how you know it's
off,
real.
King. If there's not paranormal or like supernatural powers going on, I'm not buying it.
And he's still friends and respected among politicians and the press.
This guy's figured it out. He's mind
reading and faith healing.
He's like Laveau, where he's like, hey, I'm gonna be chilling in with politicians, but also I'll read your palms, brother.
And it's the latter half of the 20th century.
Yeah, that's true.
While the People's Temple was active in humanitarian causes in its communities, Jones's treatment of his followers was less than humane. Temple members were regularly humiliated, beaten, and blackmailed, and many were coerced or brainwashed into signing over their possessions, including their homes, all in financial support of the church.
So this is where I unfollow, I think.
This is where
he seemed like a chill dude until he started just basically stealing from the like disenfranchised members of his community.
Yeah. It's really easy when on the outside you just do humanitarian causes.
True.
I'm guessing he's like walking around with a sign like saying like, you know, end Jim Crow laws, and then behind closed doors he's like, oh yeah, if you don't give me your house, I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
It's basically a frat pledge.
Kind of. Like. But like
that's what it sounds like.
Really scary.
Also, any listeners out there that want to pledge to Monday Kappa Beta?
I like how you didn't do macabre. You did Monday.
Well, I couldn't just say. I needed to throw in some Greek. I don't know what the M is. What
is there an M in the Greek alphabet? All right, we're looking it up.
This is good. This is good 10.
It's mu.
This is us giving you our all.
I believe mu.
Mu. Yeah, it's mu, Mewtwo, Mew. Anyway,
Temple Black members and members of the minority groups were convinced that if they left the People's Temple, they would be rounded up into government-run concentration camps without the temple's protection.
Now, do you think that's something that was propagated by Jones?
I bet, like, not openly, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was, like, selling whispers.
Yeah, he was selling some little secret hush talkies.
He was like, "Who wants a whisper? You get one. You get one." And then next thing you know, everybody knows.
One for me, one for you.
Family members were kept apart and encouraged to inform on one another. Oh, so that's a good way of selling whispers as well.
Yeah, he seems like he's a real whisper seller.
So finally, in 1977, members of the press start to ask questions.
Okay. Hey, look out.
So they start to poke around. They have people try to join. And he's like, nah. And he moves with several hundred of his followers to Jonestown, a compound that had been built in Guyana for some 3 to 4 years. So apparently he's building this secret place in Guyana, in this part of Guyana that's, I think, currently owned or part of Venezuela. So he's just in like the middle of the tropics.
So he was like, he's kind of doing what's the dude who owns John McAfee, where he just went to the jungle and like was a weirdo there.
Is that of McAfee antivirus?
Security. Yeah.
Wow.
He's an insane, probable murderer. Anyway.
Wow. Future episode.
That's for another day.
Watch out.
But yeah, crazy folk love going to jungles and being secluded so they can be crazy without questions.
I imagine it's pretty easy. I mean, like to not get stopped once you're in the middle of the jungle.
Yeah, when you're in the Venezuelan jungle, no one's like, hey, wait a minute, do you have your permit?
Especially back then when they didn't have the technology of like drones like 20,000 miles in the air just videoing you.
Also true.
20,000 miles is definitely way too high. I definitely meant
No,
feet.
that sounds right. I'm not going to go out. No. 20,000 miles. 20,000
on
leagues
the fucking
in space.
moon.
Yeah. Getting you with the video.
So here's a cable from the U.S. Embassy in Guyana, reported to the U.S. Department of State in June of 1978, characterizing the autonomy that Jones had found in Guyana. So you ready? Here's a reading. Should I do like a...
Octung.
During the consular visits, it has been observed that local Guyanese administration exercises little or no control over the Jonestown community, and that the settlement's autonomy seems virtually total. This is due to a variety of reasons, which include the fact that the area in question is remote, and thus the government rather primitive administration machinery is already overstrained by its obligation to the Guyanese citizens living in the region. So basically, like, they're so remote, and the Guyanese government doesn't have enough money to build roads or have infrastructure to it. What we have, therefore, I'm skipping a little bit of it. What we have, therefore, is a community of American citizens.
I want you to do this voice the entire time.
Buddy, what we have, therefore, is a community of American citizens existing as a self-contained and self-governing unit in a foreign land, and which, for all intents and purposes, is furnishing to the residents all of the community services such as civil administration, police and fire protection, education, healthcare, etc., normally provided by a central government within its territory. So, it's its own fucking thing. We're talking about basically Jones succeeded in his, step one of his plan to create an autonomous, what he thought was going to be a socialist utopia.
Okay, so he's like trying to make Atlantis in Venezuelan jungle.
Yep, he's like, this is going to be it. It's going to be perfect. Utopia, socialist. This is what Marx wrote about. By the way, give me all your stuff.
Yeah. By the way, if you don't follow me, I'm going to burn your house down and take your kids.
Tell me if your mom doesn't like it here, and then we'll kill her. In November 1978, U.S. Congressman Leo Ryan traveled to Guyana to inspect the People's Temple activities. I don't know why it was put upon a congressman to be like, you know what? I'm going to go down there and check this place the fuck out.
Let me roll up my sleeves and get down to Guyana.
He's like, listen here, voters. I'm not the kind who just sits back and does my job in Washington. I go down and investigate foreign countries in the middle of the jungle.
This is like Walmart Wakanda.
This is like the worst version of Wakanda.
Yeah, it's like the absolute Twilight Zone equivalent of Wakanda.
Wakanda
where it's like,
is sick, and this is not great.
This is not sick.
He was investigating rumors that some members of the cult were being held against their will and that some were being subjected to physical and psychological abuse. So again, I don't know why a congressman's going down of all people. Seems like something like the CIA should do, or like NSA or something.
He's just going to like pull up with a handgun and put it at Jones's head and be like, looks like this bill's been vetoed. blast him
He's
into
just ripped.
outer space. Yeah, he's like the
Has a
cut off American flag vest.
Yeah, but he still has the pin.
And when he cocks the hammer on the gun, just bald eagle screeches in the background. Oh, we should. Okay, this is another movie
There we
gotta
go.
write.
Yeah, the ideas keep flowing.
Yep. This is. Hey guys, this is just a
If
little
we have any fans
example.
that are in Hollywood,
Hey, I know Peter Jackson's listening.
it's Sam at MondayMorningMacabre.com or at fuck. Is it?
Yeah,
What's
it
our
is. You
email?
got it.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Sam at MondayMorningMacabre.
I think it's a brilliant idea.
After traveling to Guyana's capital, Georgetown, on November 14th, he arrived at Jonestown on November 17th. So it took 3 days to get from the capital of Guyana, which is not that large of a country, to Jonestown. So that's how remote this place is.
Gotcha.
The following day, when Ryan was set to return home, so he went in, did his investigation. He's like, all right, time to go home.
He doesn't show up, does he?
Well, several temple members who wanted to leave the compound boarded his delegation's truck in order to accompany him back to the United States to escape.
Oh.
Obviously, this didn't slide. Other members would then attack Leo Ryan.
Whoa.
Shortly before the vehicle left the compound, he escaped unhurt, and the truck continued on with Ryan aboard. Temple members then launched an attack at the airstrip where Ryan and his company were to depart.
Jesus Christ. 5
people, including Ryan and 3 members of the press, were shot and killed, and 11 others were wounded.
Oh my God.
So they shot and killed a U.S. congressman.
That's insanity.
Yep. So this is full-on assassination.
This is, now America goes to war on Jonestown, I feel like.
You'd think so, since they seemed at this point in time to just napalm any part of jungle pretty willingly, huh? Some folks won't. In the wake of the shooting, Jones released radio orders for temple members outside the compound to commit suicide.
Jones, wait. You say Jones sent these orders?
So basically, they kill Leo Ryan, and they're like, yeah, we did it.
And he's like, sick job, guys. Kill yourselves.
And then I think Jim Jones is like, wait, we're about to get fucking napalm, dude.
Oh, so this is the impetus for the infamous mass suicide?
Yes, the fact that, the jig's up, and you can't get away with killing a U.S. congressman.
I see. I never knew why they all killed themselves. It wasn't like drinking the Kool-Aid to get onto the flying meteor passing Earth. I never knew why they did it. Okay.
Nope. It's because they killed Leo Ryan and 3 other members of the press, and then wounded 11 others.
Wow.
So Jones, he's obviously whacked, but you have to be very whacked to not think that this is
super out of your mind.
The U.S. government's about to send in the troops. Jones releases the radio orders for temple members outside the compound to commit suicide. Shortly thereafter, Jones enacted his revolutionary suicide plan at the compound, which members had practiced in the past, in which fruit drink was laced with cyanide, tranquilizers, and sedatives. I don't know how the hell you practice that in the past.
Oh, it's just like it's just like a mudslide.
So this is where it gets super fucked up. So first, it would be squirted into the mouths of babies and children with syringes, and then drank in or imbibed.
Jesus,
is that just a fancy word for drank? Imbibed.
I know drankin is not a word, so you
hold on. How do you pronounce
I think imbibed is a better word than drankin. No, imbibed is right, but you saying drankin is definitely gonna rub some listeners the wrong way.
I drank it all the time.
I be drankin all day, brother.
Exactly. So the suspicious part, Jones himself died of a gunshot wound.
What an asshole.
So he's a huge pussy and wouldn't drink the
I was going to say, he wouldn't even do the...
come on, dude. Fewer than 100 of the temple members in Guyana survived the massacre. So that's nuts. Imagine those fucking people and how crazy they have to be now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dude, it's not even too late. Some of those people probably are still alive.
Probably. Well, maybe.
Or they were taken by the government and don't exist anymore.
Also true.
The majority of survivors either had defected that day or were in Georgetown during the day. So they were just out getting groceries in Georgetown. Came back. Holy shit. Fuck, we missed it.
Bro.
Officials later discovered a cache of firearms, hundreds of passports stacked together, and $500,000 in U.S. currency. It would later be found that Jones actually planned to, after the shooting of Leo, he started to look into moving, like another mass migration, reaching out to countries like the USSR and Cuba. Obviously, they were like, no.
They're like, oh, you're an insane human. No,
Why
thank you.
would we ever want like a destabilizing cult?
Yeah. They're like, we love what you're doing over there, but I just don't think it's the right time for us.
Millions of dollars have been reportedly been deposited in banks and accounts overseas, particularly in the Caribbean islands. People's Temple effectively disbanded after the incident and declared bankruptcy at the end of 1978. I guess, there's still probably like 2 or 3 crazy people still being like, yes, the People's Temple lives on. They declared bankruptcy. Imagine them going to the IRS.
Filing a Title IX.
Being like, hey, can we have some help?
Hey, guys, times have been tough.
We made some bad business decisions.
Yeah. Our partner screwed us over a little bit. We could really use a little bit of help from the banks. Too big to fail.
Only one man, Temple member Larry Layton, would ever be tried in the United States for his involvement in the November 18th event.
Sucks. So you better be the one guy where it all
like,
falls
on you.
Serious,
dude? Like, I watched someone put shit in their baby's mouth, and I'm the one who gets.
Yeah,
like,
I'm the bad guy.
He was found guilty of conspiracy in aiding and abetting in the murder of Leo Ryan and the attempted murder of U.S. Embassy official Richard Dwyer, and was sentenced to life in prison. Though he was released in 2002. So he's out walking around. What the fuck? God damn it, U.S. justice system. He's not tried at all. God damn. Another man, Charles Beekman, would plead guilty to the attempted murder of a young girl and served a 5-year prison term in Guyana.
5 years.
That's all you get for attempting
trying
to murder
to
a young girl.
kill a little girl. That's insane.
It's pretty fucking scary.
To put it in perspective, if you try to murder that little girl and then you got out and tried to murder her again, you would still be trying to murder a little girl. That's how short that time span is. That's nuts.
Yeah. It's not like 912 of the people were just dead that in an afternoon.
That's so crazy.
On this compound. Also, this asshole convinced 912 people to move to the middle of the jungle.
I'm curious if do you think it would be possible in today's day and age with like social media and the connection we have with all other people to be able to do something like this, like start your own church and get enough people to like basically be in your cult? Like, do you think it's still possible?
I think it would depend where you are in the country. In like the world. I think if I were to look at this on like a deeper level, I would say a lot of why he was able to kind of convince so many people that what he was doing was better than what they had was
it's just the MLM schemes of the 70s.
Well, plus look at like civil rights. Like a lot of the people he attracted were probably African Americans that had to go through so much horrible shit in America.
True.
And then he also, it's the Cold War and everyone like thinks they're gonna get nuked anyway.
Yeah, it was kind of a perfect mix of
it's a time when a lot more people
injustice.
Were kind of desperate, and also Christianity was much more widespread than it is, or much more powerful, I guess, than it is today.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. It was much more of a cultural staple.
Yeah, and not even just that, like a lot of like government and schools were like openly Christian at the time.
That's true.
It's pretty wild. It's nuts. The Cult Awareness Network would actually be formed. It's a deep group aimed at deprogramming members of cults soon after this.
That's pretty cool.
I think it disbanded in 1996, but they helped with children that were in like the Waco siege and like stuff like that.
Yep.
It was a pretty good group to have. I think cults aren't as prevalent.
Hey, we're taking an anti-cult stance.
Yeah, we're anti-cult. I'd say so.
I think we're anti-cult.
I'm ready to take that stand.
Oh, I should also, again, like I mentioned at the beginning, if you want a haunting memory that's going to last for probably the rest of your life, you can listen to the audio of this happening. It is pretty dark, and I will let you guys use your own judgment on that one.
Also, there would be a group called the Founders of the Concerned Relatives. The Concerned Relatives, who were obviously like people that related to people of that were part of Jonestown, and were like, hey, like, this is what your family members are doing, trying to get them like back and stuff like that. Unfortunately, 1980, Al and Jean Mills, the co-founders of the Concerned Relatives, and their daughter Daphne would be shot and killed execution style in their Berkeley, California home.
Oh boy, that's dark.
Eddie Mills, Al and Jean's son, was believed to be involved in the extent that he was arrested in 2005, but no charges were filed against him. So there's still a lot of aftermath even after this shit happens.
Yeah.
The compound is now deserted and was first tended by the Guyanese government following the deaths. The government then allowed its reoccupation by Hmong refugees from Laos a few years in the early 1980s.
Okay.
And it looks like it is... Yeah, I don't think it's really being used for anything right now.
Probably not. So, listeners, we've got news. We bought it.
Oh
New
my
studio.
God, Monday Morning Macabre, you didn't.
You didn't. Slinging Dingers didn't.
I would be so scared and sweaty.
Yeah, upcoming recordings are going to have a lot more sweat in them. So I hope you're cool with that, guys.
I would advise anyone who wants to look at pictures or check this out. It's very grisly. Like I said, 912 people committed suicide at the same time. And I wouldn't even say it was 100% suicide. Definitely a murder-suicide, especially since kids don't have a say.
Yeah, definitely mostly murder, probably.
Yeah. Pretty grisly stuff. I'm glad cults aren't really as...
prominent. Well, we got Goop now, which is not nearly as bad.
No. And maybe they are... maybe I'm being naive.
True.
There could be some serious shit
going down. I don't think there's Jonestown level...
I hope not. I really hope not.
I hope not, too. And, you know, sometimes you just got to give it your all. So... I don't know how we're going to talk. You know, and that's a good uplifting story for your Monday.
Sure is. Oh, geez. These pictures are brutal. Yeah, have a good Monday.
Hey.
Follow us on our socials.
Yeah, follow us on our socials. Scones, do you want to do the socials?
I might not remember them, but I know Instagram's at Monday Morning Macabre. Twitter is at MMMPod.
Nope. Close. Almost.
And MMM Podcast?
MMMM. That's 4.
Wait, we've MMM Podcast?
It's MM Macabre Pod.
MM Macabre Pod. And then check out MondayMorningMacabre.com. That is all the episodes, links to all of our socials. And we put up little pages and stuff. It's real fun.
Oh, also, quick updates.
Give them the updates, Doris.
We'll be releasing the Patreon with 2 episodes at the start.
Yes. Extra bonus-sodes that you freeloaders won't get to hear. No, but we love all of you.
So that'll be coming shortly. Also, people who want merch, there is still COVID. So suppliers are making it very difficult to order from.
Yeah, but, as you can probably assume, we're from the United States, and COVID's a pretty big issue here still.
And why would you ever wear a mask?
It's pretty bad. Shipping is really held up, production and stuff like that. So
we'll keep you posted, but
yeah.
But yeah, besides that, have a good Monday.
Have a great Monday.
Bye.